morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. How are you guys today? I hope you're doing good. Today, I am so excited. We are going to talk about measuring today and measurement, okay? So get excited. I know I'm excited. We'll also read our morning message, punctuation, sounds, sight words, and we'll count, okay? So let's get into it. Are you ready? Let me share my screen with you. Oh, and it's gone. Okay. 1 second, please. Let me see. I can figure this out, right? There it is. Alrighty. One thing I've gotten good at during this time at home is figuring out how to work my computer because it does a lot of goofy stuff, but I'm figuring out how to fix it. All right, you ready for our morning message? Let's do it. June 17th, 2020. Good morning. Today is Wednesday. We will measure objects today. It will be a great day. I can and I will. Love, Mrs. Forrester. Okay, but before we measure our objects today, we need to talk about our punctuation marks. That's right. I'm showing you one right here. Can you see it? Yep, it focused. What is this guy called? You're right. It is an exclamation point. What is it? It is an exclamation point. Do I have any exclamation points on my board today? I sure do. I said we will measure objects today. I'm excited about measuring, so I put that exclamation point there. It will be a great day. I'm saying it will be a good day. I'm putting some emphasis on it. I'm excited. Maybe I'm loud. So that gets an exclamation point as well. What's this one called? You're right. It's a period. And remember, periods are just when we state things, right? We are just stating it. So I stated that today is Wednesday, and I stated I can and I will. What's this one called? You're right. It's a question mark. Let me move it. Did I ask you a question today? I sure didn't, so we don't have anything to circle. That's it. That's all we do with our morning message, I guess. Okay, let me stop share. I hope that I will be able to bring that back up. I'm sure I will. Okay, let's review our sight words first. We've been doing sounds first, and I want to review our sight words first. So are you ready? Ears on. Saw, S-A-W, saw. Little, L-I-T-T-L-E, little. Under, U-N-D-E-R, under. Will, W-I-L-L, will. Good, G-O-O-D, good. Eat, E-A-T, eat. Ride, R-I-D-E, ride. Find, F-I-N-D, find. Down, D-O-W-N, down. Into, I-N-T-O, into. Must, M-U-S-T, must. R-O-U-R, R. Jump, J-U-M-P, jump. New, N-E-W, new. Now, N-O-W, now. Please, P-L-E-A-S-E. Please. She. S-H-E. She. Get. G-E-T. Get. Funny. Funny. F-U-N-N-Y. Funny. Say. S-A-Y. Say. Ears off. All right, let's practice counting by tens. Yesterday we counted to 10. We counted by tens to 200, and I want to do it again today. Can you do it with me? Ready? Should we do a drum roll to get started? Here we go. Let me hear ya. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Keep it going. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. Good job. All righty. Remember, I told you we're going to practice counting by tens this week. And then next week, we're going to move to counting by twos. So I really hope when we're counting by tens, you're practicing with me. You only have to go to 100 when you're in kindergarten, but it's kind of fun to push it and keep practicing, right? We're going to 200 right now. All right, let's review our letter sounds. I know you have these down pat, but it's important that we just keep practicing for the summer just so we really, really lock it in. I know you do, but it's good to practice, okay? All right, here we go. Ears on. H, ha, hat. G, game. J, jug. D, dog. S, snake. N, nut. T, top. P, pan. Viva, van. R, rat. L, lamp. M, man. B, bat. A, apple. C, cat. E, ed. Y, yellow. O, octopus. U, up. I, itch. X, fox. K, kite. F, fun. Q, queen. Z, zebra. W, wind. Ears off. Good job, friends. All righty. Now we're going to get into measurement, okay? Measurement it's a couple different things. So we're going to read a book to talk about it. So let me show my screen to you. Please still be there. Ooh, awesome sauce. All right, let me get this other stuff out of the way just so it's a little more clean. So I have this measurement book, and you probably looked at measurement when in your practice at home packet while school was closed. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. The three that we're really going to focus on is length, or width and length, height, and weight. Okay, so this is my measurement and data book. There's going to be some in here that we don't really touch on, but I want you to at least hear the words and kind of be a little bit familiar with them. Sorry, I want to make sure you can see this. Let me just move this over here. Okay. Width is how wide an object is. Okay, so you can see they have this box, they have this cube, it's a 3D shape, and they are looking at how wide it is. Okay. A category is a way to sort objects. So they have sorted it by fruit and by dairy. You could sort things by color, shape, size. Weight is how heavy a person or object is. So up here they have a scale, and they have a mouse, and they have an elephant. And do you notice that the elephant is down more and the mouse is up? That's because the elephant is heavier than the mouse, right? He's gonna put more weight on the scale. Height is how tall a person or object is standing up. So this girl is standing up, and they've put some cubes next to her to measure how tall she is. Length is how long an object is end to end. So they have a ruler, which we won't use a ruler to measure things right now. You'll use a ruler in a few grades, but right now we use things like cubes or paper clips to measure objects. But they are measuring how long this worm is. Capacity is how much a container can hold. So they have a pitcher with lemonade, and then they have a bucket, and that's how much it can hold. Okay, you might hear your mom at the store or your dad at the store say, hey, go grab me a milk. And you might grab the smaller container, and they might say, no, that's a half gallon. I need a whole gallon. And you're like, what are you saying? It's just talking about how much is in that container, okay? Okay, so the ones that we're going to talk about today, like I told you, are we're going to talk about length, we're going to talk about height, we're going to talk about width, and that's weight. We're going to talk about weight, we're going to talk about width, okay? Now, the two that kind of get a little bit mixed up is length and width, okay? They're very, very similar, okay? But they're a lot different from height and weight, okay? So I keep getting stuck on my words. So to get started, we are going to measure the length. I have this book. Oh yeah, you can't see it. This is actually my dad's Father's Day present. I have it on my desk and I haven't wrapped it yet. So hopefully he doesn't watch it. So we're going to measure the length of this book, how long this book is from the top of the book all the way to the bottom. And I have these cubes. You can't see them. I just dumped them out in front of me. And I'm going to measure it. I'm going to make sure that the cube goes all the way to the tippy top of the book. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, it went a little bit ahead, so I'm going to push it back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Kind of measuring, I'm counting as I'm going. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we're a little bit over, but for the most part, we can say that the book for my dad is 22 cubes long. The length of the book is 22 cubes, okay? If we wanted to know the width of the book, we would do this side of it. How wide is the book? Okay, so 22 cubes. Now it's really important that when we measure it, we don't just say it's 22 long. Well, 22 what long? Because when you get older, you're going to use inches and centimeters and a foot. Not the foot on your leg, a different kind of foot. So it's really important that we say, oh, that cookbook is 22 cubes long, okay? The length of it is 22 cubes. Now let's talk about how wide it is, the width, okay? So down here, we would do the same thing. We would take our cubes and we'd line it up to the edge and we'd measure them all. I'm gonna count as I go again. So we're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Getting a little bit off. There we go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We're gonna go with 18. There's a little bit of a space left, but we don't really want it to be over. So it would be 18 cubes wide. Okay, so it is 22 cubes long and 18 cubes wide. Okay, so we just measured the length and the width of this book that I got my dad for Father's Day. So hopefully he doesn't watch this video. If he does, happy Father's Day, Dad. So we just used our cubes. Do we always have to use cubes to measure? No. We could use paper clips. Maybe you've used noodles at home. Really any small objects to help you measure. So we did the length and we did the width. Now today, we can also, I'm gonna switch my view. Hold on, give me 1 second to move these cubes. They came out of a bag. So it's gonna be kind of over here. Okay, so we did length and we did width. And now we are gonna measure the height. And I'm not quite sure how this is gonna go. Because my cubes, I don't know if you'll even, oops, maybe I should switch it back to this visualizer. I don't know. I guess, yeah, you'll get an aerial view of it. Okay, so I have this funny magnet thing, and it's all these fish, and you can stack them up, and they stick together because they're magnets. So we're gonna measure how tall the tallest thing is. I don't love this because you can't really see. Hold on. It's just like when we're in the classroom, right? And we gotta, okay, now we're talking. Now you can see it a little bit better. It's not very stable, but that'll do. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Whoa, okay. Here we go. Okay. This makes me giggle. Okay, so we are gonna measure how tall, we're gonna measure the height of my tower that I created with my fish magnets, okay? So, let me scoot this over. Why am I holding it? Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna stack them next to it and we're gonna stack up because we wanna know how high, how tall it is. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. This is what I was worried about. 6. I'm gonna move this fish because he's kind of in the way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those aren't quite even. 11. Okay, there we go. 11 cubes tall. So my fish magnets are 11, the height is 11 cubes. Okay, so the height of my fish magnets is 11 cubes. Not anymore, but it was, right? We measured how tall it was from the very bottom of the magnet, this big blue thing, to the very top of the fish. We stacked up our cubes. In class, we would have used the cubes that snapped together, so we wouldn't have that problem. But we did how tall it is, okay? When you go to the doctor, they might have you stand up against the wall, and they tell you to kind of put your chin down and shoulders back, and they kind of go like this, or maybe they bring a thing down to you, and they measure how tall you are, okay? So that's just what we did. We measured the height of my magnets. They measure how tall or your height at the doctor. My magnets are falling down. Okay, can't wait to find cubes all over this room. Now the last thing that we're gonna measure today, so we've done length and we've done width and we've done height, is weight, okay, is weight. So just like in the photo, let me grab a book. Just like in the photo, you saw that the mouse, let me find it really quickly so we can remember. Here it is. Dropping more things. We saw that the mouse was lighter than the elephant. And we know that because the elephant is lower, okay? So I have my scale. Let me see. Got lots of books over here. Hold on. Let me stack it up so you can really see it. Okay. So I've got my scale, and right now there is nothing on it. Okay, so it's even, right? There's nothing making it go down on one side or up on the other. Now, if I added 2 cubes to one side, you can tell which side is heavier, right? The side that is down lower. But if I wanted to see how heavy my marker was, oh boy, maybe not the marker. Let's do the paper clip. I have a paper clip here. If I wanted to know, well, it's not heavy enough. I really thought the marker would be. Let's see how heavy the marker cap is. There we go. Okay. If I wanted to know how heavy the marker cap was, I want this to be straight again, right? I want it to be even. So we are looking at how heavy this marker cap is. So I will put some cubes over there. Ooh, that looks about even. Let's add one more. Ooh, so 2 cubes are the same weight as the marker cap. They are the same weight. So that means that 1 cube is lighter than a marker cap. Now, watch what happens with the scale. So the scale is kind of, I mean, it's tilting down, right? I have 3 cubes. I have 1 cube. It's adding some weight, right? If I added this marker over here, you kind of saw what happens. Oh my goodness. Look how far that is tilted. Do you think that the marker weighs more than a cube? I would say so. Look at that. That 1 cube doesn't even make a dent. It's not even moving our scale. That marker is so heavy. Oh, there we go. Now we've done something. So we use weight. Oh, I did it. We use a weight to compare when objects are lighter or are heavier, okay? So you might have some toys in your house that you can't move because they are too heavy. But your little figurines, you can move those around because they're lighter, right? So that's weight, how heavy an object is. And I got the marker to be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 small cubes is the same weight as 1 Mr. Sketch marker, okay? So that is our weight conversation. So we measured the length of a cookbook, the width of a cookbook, how tall, we measured the height of magnets, and then we measured the weight of a marker and a marker cap, okay? So we'll continue talking about measurement this summer. I really like measurement. There's a lot that you can do with it, but you could work on measurement at your house just by, you don't need a scale necessarily to know if something's heavier or lighter. You can feel it in your hand and kind kind of compare the two things. You could use Legos. If you wanted to measure things in your house, you could use your Legos and stack it up. Those to measure the weight or to see how long something was. Maybe you have a bunch of toy cars and you have a table. You could line up your cars along the side of the table and figure out how long it is, okay? So the main ones that we talked about in kindergarten are weight, height, width, and length, okay? Thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed this. When I moved, I found some of these things that I used when I taught the big kids. So it was exciting to find them because I knew we could use them during our distance learning. So I hope you have a super great day. I will see you in just a few hours for our Zoom call, okay? Have a super great, awesome little Redbird Wednesday, as Miss Porter would say. Bye, friends.